Hey everybody, and thank you so much for joining me. My name is Axfield, and today we are looking at a new game called Chinese Frontiers. Now it has become available on Steam today, so you can purchase it. It's on a special currently, and if you are not sure if this is the game for you, this is exactly the reason why I'm making the video. So I'm going to do a little playthrough so we can check this game out. It's basically like a building, crafting slash survival game. There is survival elements to it, but let's jump into it and see what it's about.
They say China was created by a giant man. With a chisel in his hand, he carved the valleys and mountains. And with a powerful swing of his hammer, he separated heaven from earth, bringing balance to the world. In my many years, I've borne witness to much suffering and toil. War, famine, untold cruelty, inflicted by man upon fellow man. But I believe that with every new age, another giant emerges, wielding hammer and chisel, journeying the earth to restore balance. That day, my wagon had broken down on a muddy road. I was far from home and feared I'd have to walk the many leagues to the farm. Until you approached me. You had little to say of your past or where you came from, though it was clear your hands were skillful, even if they lacked purpose. I insisted you join me on my return to the farm. I mused it was the promise of hot food that finally convinced you. But I believe the work I had in mind for you is what truly stirred the determination in your eyes.
Okay, so we're in the game now. It starts pretty much the same as every other survival. You're like kind of like squished into a corner, and then you're gonna go into the tutorial region, I assume. So you can see there at the bottom we've got our bar with our I think the top bar is our stamina, the one with the little arm with the muscle. On our right it seems to be our hunger meter, and then we've got our thirst meter, and then also our health bar. So there's definitely going to be some sort of threats that you will have to deal with. I wasn't sure if you are going to have any, but they will definitely be. And the controls are pretty similar to each and every other survival game that I've played. So we've got our normal movement buttons, we've got spacebar for jump, and we've got shift for running. Just want to see if I can go through these bamboos. It doesn't look like it. It does show me that I can mine these big piece of boulders. But we're going to just head out into the tutorial region. We've got some water over here. Let's just check this out. Oh, I can drink this. And I wonder if I can harvest. It looks like flax that we've got over here. Oh yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to harvest this, but let's just go ahead and grab a whole bunch of this. Looks like I'm filling up my inventory pretty quickly. Let's just see how the inventory is looking. Okay, so we've got a 52 flax, and then we've got what they call rubia. Source of medicine and dye alike. Rubia stands for strength in the body and joy in the heart. Okay, cool. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna grab a whole bunch of this in any case. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so I do have a weight capacity. Apparently I can carry 300 pounds. Or it's 300 kilograms. It's probably more realistic if it is pounds. That will equate to like 130 or 140 kilograms, which is still like insanely high. But the medieval Chinese people, I think, were pretty strong in any case. They used to hard labor. Alright, so... yeah, maybe let's just grab whatever we can. I think we might need it on a later stage. The camera is very sensitive, so I do apologize for that. The visuals are quite nice. I'm happy with the way everything looks. Yeah, it looks very authentic Chinese. Let's just... want to hide this tutorial screen over here. Oh, and here's the wagon that we came in with. I've got the 2 oxen over here. Roof tile stack. Take the whole stack. Roof tiles. Oh, okay, we're going to use that on a later stage, I'm assuming. There's nothing else we can use here. Alrighty, but let's just head out to Yin or Yun. Sorry, we're going to go to Yun. Let's see what he says.
Ah, there you are. I trust you rested well. It was the least I could offer after the kindness you showed me. Heavens know what might have happened if bandits had shown up in your stead.
I appreciate the hospitality, Yun. You mentioned you had some work in mind for me.
That I did. My old age compounds an old injury, leaving me useful for little more than watching the world go by. Occasionally, my eye will catch the greatest untapped potential in a certain someone, which is a long-winded way of saying the old workshop has been neglected for some time and has fallen to disrepair. My granddaughter, May, has enough on her shoulders managing the farm, and there is no one else I can turn to.
I'm no master in construction, but I can try to help.
Practice is the best teacher, young man. The old workshop is over there. I do happen to know a thing or two about construction myself. Come find me if you need guidance.
Okay, right, so let's just see. Gather stone, gather wood, and collect primitive hammer. So if we keep the control button in, it will highlight all the important areas for us. Okay, so there we can see everything over here. We've got some wood. I'm gonna just go ahead and grab all of that. Alrighty, let's just check our inventory again. Alright, we've got still plenty of weight that we can stack. No, they highlighted this area over here. Egg. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some eggs. It's kind of like oddly shaped eggs. And then I can craft some stuff over here. Let's see here. Okay. Doesn't look like I've got enough ingredients for any of these items. Okay, so we'll just leave that maybe for a later stage. We've also got the farm over here, which is Yoon's granddaughter operating over here. May. Pretty looking lady. Okay, now I can grab some of her herbs, but I don't know if I should. So let's just leave that for now. I want to see what I can do here at the workshop. So I've already collected all the wood. They're highlighting the field kitchen over here, but I can't do anything yet. Okay, let's just see what we can do over here. Okay, we've got all the loose pieces of stone in here. I was looking for the stone actually. Primitive hammer. Okay, so we've got our first tool over here. Wood. Some more wood. Just want to see if we've got any more stone laying around over here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I suppose I need to use my primitive hammer to just help repair this. Okay, there we go. Open J, press J to open the journal. We can find the notes. Let's just check out what we need to do still. Okay, the floor is as good as new. I should let you know. I should have enough to begin repairing the old workshop, starting with floor F. I want to repair the old workshop. Oh, I need to gather right. Okay, cool. Just want to see, what is this? Restore Yoon's old workshop. Okay. Workshop. Okay. Alright, let's just see what he has to say.
Oh, good work on that floor. Next, you'll want to restore the main structure by building columns, a beam, and walls. You will need to craft yourself a hatchet first. Then you can cut down trees for wood. Once you have wood, you can shape it into logs and planks using my old carpenter. You will need clay to build walls, too. A shovel will help you extract the clay, while a trowel is the best tool to build walls.
Okay, so I need now a whole bunch of crafting items. Let's just see, we've got the primitive hammer. We need a primitive hatchet. Okay, so let's just craft one of these. We've got everything that we need, I think. Alright. Primitive shovel. Craft. And the primitive pickaxe. I think this is all we need for now, right? Okay, so I want to move this towards here. I'm gonna just move all of these along. And this one I'm gonna just place here. I'm gonna keep this inventory slot open. Let's see what else we can do here. Primitive trowel. A primitive building tool used to spread clay. Okay, I know he said we needed one of these as well. Okay, perfect. Right, so we need to gather... Oh my goodness, we need to gather 120 wood. Okay, so we've got the hatchet. It's a very primitive hatchet. Okay, but let's go see if we can chop down a few trees. Okay, well, this is bamboo. Where exactly should I get the wood? Okay, so the wood I can convert here into planks. I can do beams and a whole bunch of other stuff I can do here by the carpentry table. I probably need to just head out somewhere and look for the trees. I see Yun is down this way. Looks like Yun symbol. Ah, okay, here we've got some trees. Ah, okay. I just saw the little head and I thought Yoon was coming down over here. Okay, perfect. So this is where we get the trees. Oh, there's onions growing here as well. Okay, the wood gathering doesn't take too long. I got quite a few pieces of wood just from the one tree. Yeah, we're probably gonna need another 7 of these, I think. Oh, this tree doesn't want to crack. There we go. Oh, this is easier. I think I must chop maybe more of these smaller little trees. Oh yeah, this is gonna work much better. Just one chop to get the wood from these. Oh yeah, that works way better. Yeah, I suppose if I do one more big tree, then I think we've got enough wood. Whoa. As far as I'm aware, this is still in early access, so yeah, there might be a few funny things popping up here and there. Let's do one more. There we go. Alrighty, so we've got now all the wood that we need. Yep. Craft logs. Okay, so let's just head out. I don't know how many logs we need. Let's just check this out. Craft logs. Okay, they don't actually say how many logs we need. Okay. Let's just maybe do... I'm just maybe gonna do 2. Logs. Oh, here we go. So we have to put the wood into this basket. And then we can craft the logs. Okay. Press E to take heavy item from the material pile. Where's the material pile? Ah, okay. Here we go. Okay, so I've got to actually click to place these logs. There we go. Okay, so they just highlight all the different areas that you need to fix. Look at the crafting station. Craft. Okay, what do we need to craft? Craft raw planks. Okay, we need 20 raw planks. There we go. Okay, at least I do 10 at a time, so it's not going to be too tedious. Okay, so we're going to need our hammer for this. Let's see if this works. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so that's coming together nicely. Extract clay. Okay, so now we need to find the clay somewhere. So I think we're going to have to go down, further down this slope. This shovel really looks pathetic. Oh my word. It just looks like a stick holding a piece of stone. I suppose you can get fall damage as well, so I've got to be careful wherever I'm traveling. Ah, here we go. Right, so we need 40 clay. It goes relatively quick. Just one more scoop. There we go. So then we need this thing, the trowel. Right, so we need the trowel now to spread the clay. Okay, well looks like that's all there is to it.
The workshop is coming along well. You work quickly, young man. All that remains is the roof. You will need more wood, and flax fibers are your best option for thatching. Look around for bamboo as well. You will need it to build scaffolding to reach the roof.
Alrighty, so I've got plenty of flax, so the only thing I really need to gather is the bamboo. So I don't feel like taking the bamboo from this area. Let's maybe grab some of the bamboo that we've got over here. Oh wow, okay. That actually goes very quick. Scaffolding. Regular ladder with scaffolding. Okay, cool. So we just use the bamboo to do this. Okay, now obviously I need to place it close to the structure to get to the roof. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it more or less like that. I think this is the right location. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Now I just need our hammer. Flax. We've got that. Look at the object while holding a hammer. So it appears in the center of the screen. Menu from this, choose upgrade, rotate, destroy, and reset. Okay. Oop. Ah, okay, I see. So I think I must take this down again. Deconstruct. There we go.
To think the old workshop had been left to rot for so long. Look at it now. Good as the day I first built it. Excellent. Oh, I can hear your stomach protesting. Hungry? Oh, your stomach disagrees. Please find my granddaughter May. If you can help her with the farm, I'm sure she'd be happy to show you how to prepare some food.
Alright, so now we can speak to May. Let's just see what she needs help with. And then we can learn to craft our first meals. I can see my hunger bar and thirst bars definitely dropped a lot. Okay, so let's just talk to her.
I don't know who you are or where you come from, nor do I understand why June has been so quick to trust you. What I can tell you is that old man means everything to me. If any harm were to ever come to him,
I would never allow that to
then we
happen.
have an agreement. I hear my grandfather has already put you to work. Was there something you needed?
June asked me to lend you a hand with the
I've
farm.
managed to keep the farm running on my own for years. I'll make do a little longer. But if you're looking for a meal, you have to fix yourself one. I'll give you a few ingredients and a recipe. If you prepare a plot of soil and plant some vegetables. Here, you can have some of my seeds.
Very well. Okay. Alright, we got some radish seeds. Oh, and we've got some rice over here that we can take. Indigo, okay. That is for dyes. Okay, cool. Cornfield. Crop field. Okay, I suppose I have to place it over here. I don't know how big this should be. Yeah, I think this is 4 blocks, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we need now another item. We need this primitive hoe. Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to harvest some stone. So I've got a pickaxe over here, so let's just see if we can get some stone. Okay, cool. The harvesting goes really quickly. Let's see, stone. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've got stone over here. I don't know why the stone's not in my inventory. Let's see, they must have dropped it here somewhere. Okay, let's just see, maybe if I mine outside of the village, then maybe it will go into my personal inventory. clay. Okay, so that's also not going to my inventory. No, I'm not really sure where to get the stone. Here's the logs, right? Ah, okay, here we go. That was very... I would have never found this. If I didn't scroll over this, there was no way I would have found this. Okay, so we got some stone. So now we can quickly craft this, the primitive hoe. Alright, so now we're also gonna need the seed, so let's plant the radish quickly. Just the radish. There we go. Oh, these radish seeds are huge. Oh my goodness. Okay, well there we go. Got the seeds planted. Let's just see what May says.
I see you've planted the seeds, but growing food takes patience. When the time comes, make sure you harvest your crops. Here, the ingredients and the recipe I promise. I may not be sure of your intentions, but I won't invite bad luck to this homestead by denying a guest proper hospitality.
Thank you, May.
You can use my kitchen. It has everything you need to prepare the soup.
Alrighty. Cook fried Hongshan Kai Tai. Okay, so this is obviously still part of the tutorial, so let's just see what we can do over here. We've got the rice, radish, onion. Okay, cool. Oh wow, the food animation doesn't look too great. That's okay. And now we can eat. Okay, so how do we consume this? I have to drag it to the inventory, I suppose. Ah, there we go. We're supposed to drink something as well. Let's just see what she says.
How was the soup? It's one of Jun's favorites. He says it was my mother's recipe. Well, now you're fully sated. Jun wanted to work with you. I hope you won't forget our agreement.
Okay, well, mate. Okay. I've got something else that I can eat over here. Let's just see what's this. Miba. Okay, nice. We still need to get a drink, yeah?
You have eaten then? I hope May...
She was very
extends you
gracious.
some- You need not pretend, friend. My granddaughter's bluntness has a reputation of its own, but it is not without cause. She lost her parents at an early age, and, well, I never quite measured up as a guardian either. Blame my failures for her discourtesy. But my mind drifts again. What did I want to... Ah, yes. I took a closer look at the old workshop. Your work is good, but you will never reach your true potential with such crude tools.
What would you suggest?
Build a carpenter's workshop, and you shall have access to finer materials and tools. Though you will need to gather a few things. First, set up a mortar kiln. Then gather measures of limestone and rice. Together, when heated and combined in a kiln, they yield mortar. Once you've gathered enough mortar and wood, pack them in the caravan.
Okay. Place mortar kiln. Right, so we're gonna have to go to infrastructure, field constructing, and mortar kiln. Okay, I don't know where the best place would be to place this. I suppose having it here would make sense. So I'm gonna drop it down just like that. Yeah, I think it suits pretty well. Okay, obtain limestone, obtain rice, craft mortar. Okay, so the limestone, I did see... Okay, now there's no limestone, it's just plain stone. I do have limestone in my inventory, and I've already got mortar. So I suppose the only thing I still need to get is rice. You are dehydrated. Okay. Yeah, you see, I should have drank some water. Wonder, can I drink this water? Oh yeah. I don't think it's totally sanitary, but it's okay. Doesn't look like I can get sick in this game. Alright, so we need to obtain limestone. Now where I'm gonna find the limestone, I've got no clue. That's normal stone. Normal stone. Now it says there that I need to obtain 8 limestone, but I've already got limestone in my inventory. So currently, let me just see here. Where did I see that limestone? Was it in the caravan? Ah, there we go. Okay, so this was in the caravan. We've also got 50 mortar here already. Okay. Rice. That's the limestone. Oh, we still need 2 limestone. Obtain another 2 limestone. Oh man. I suppose I just need to harvest normal stone. I'm guessing. Okay, so I finally found a limestone. It was actually marked here with that little head. So I'm going to just start harvesting a little bit of this. Let's just grab this piece over here. There we go. Okay, perfect. So I think we've got enough limestone now, that's for sure. We need some extra rice. So I'm gonna just go ahead and grab that. Okay, we've got enough rice. And now we can do the mortar. Oh, so we actually need more rice. Oh my goodness, okay. We need a whole lot more actually. So it says there we need another 8. Oh man. Okay, so no, actually we need a whole bunch of extra rice and limestone. Alrighty, so now I've got everything that I need. There we go. That's it. And now we're just busy crafting that mortar. There we go. Oh shiver, 200 mortar. Okay. Supply caravan with 60 logs. 28 out of the 60. Supply caravan chest with mortar. Okay. So the mortar we can place back. There we go. And then we need the logs. So I suppose the logs I need to carry from this stash over here, right? Yeah, I think this is what needs to happen. I can carry 2 at a time, seems like it. I just want to have a look. When I go to my inventory, we've got a skill tree over here. And I think there's a way that we can... Ah, there we go, yeah. This is exactly what I was looking for. So with the skill, I can carry 1 extra log. So I'm definitely going to buy that one. How many skills do we have? We've got 3. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2 of these. Carry 1 more extra stone block. What's this one? When strong outgrown. Carry capacity. So all of these are good. Actually, just want to see what this is. Gathering items yield 10% more resources. This is also a nice one. Okay, so I've used up all my skills. Well, that's fine. Now at least I can carry a few extra logs. Let's just go ahead and stack that up. This should go pretty quickly. So I need 60 of this. How many have we got here? Oh, we still need a few. I think I've got enough wood in my inventory just to craft a few extra logs. I'll go check it out now. We need 11 more logs. Let's just see if I go this side. Wood basket. Not enough wood. Okay, I'm pretty sure I had wood. Let's just see if we've got any wood in here. Yes. 29. I don't know how much we need. Let me just check here. Oh, we need 200. Is that how much we need for the logs? Oh my goodness, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to obviously chop down a few more extra trees. Alright, so now we've got more than enough logs to complete this order over here. I've got to just do 2 more runs. Last one. 2. Alright, I think that is everything.
You have gathered the materials. Excellent. Take the caravan and seek out a suitable location in the valley to build the carpenter's workshop. Be sure to choose a place with a fine view, yes? Nothing inspires our vital energy more than the harmony.
Okay, go to the valley. So I suppose this is the end of the tutorial. Now we've got to head out and basically, I believe, start the village. So when we go onto the map, we can see there's 3 different destinations where we can set up. So I want to go here in the middle. It actually does look very nice here in the middle. We've got water And looks like there's a whole bunch of resources there together. So I'm going to just head out down here. And we're going to see if we can set up ourselves a nice base over there. Now you do get fall damage in this game, so I've got to tread very carefully as I go down here. And I just want to see what we've got in here. Okay, this is drinking water. Suppose I can have a little bit. Can we go down here? I like to go off the beaten track. Does seem to come together again over here. There's a whole bunch of stones laying around here, but you can't collect any of these. Okay, well, let's just head on down. It's a really long way down. Oh, gotta really be cautious here. A lot of precarious turns. And a very long way down. Yeah, we're getting closer to the ground. Yeah, I think we're going to still head straight. Still going into the right direction. Caravan unlocked. The caravan is used to transport and store items and heavy materials. It can be placed anywhere in the valley, but only in one location at a time. Okay, so we must look now for a location where we can place our caravan. Oh, this is sand that we can harvest eventually. I just want to see now. Yeah, we're getting very close to the location where I want to be. We've got quite a few sand deposits on this side. Now we've got a big open space over here. And, oops, oops. I think this is a good location to set up camp. Now we've got some flax over here. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and set up the caravan right over here. Here's a nice big flat surface. And we've got the road running over here. So I think setting up the caravan right over here will be a good idea. There we go. Okay, so we can actually quick travel. Okay, cool. So we can quick travel to already established locations. Okay, so from here we've got to now gather some sand. I think I do have my spade. Let me just see here. It's in my inventory. There we go. My guy's quite hungry, so I'm gonna just let him eat here. I'm gonna just go ahead and harvest both of these two piles. And then they want us to place a carpenter's workbench. Oh, I didn't get hurt that time. Alrighty, so workshops, and we need the carpenter's workshop. Okay, great. I want to kind of like build it in line with the road. Okay, it doesn't allow me to place it closer to the road, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to place it over here, which kind of sucks. Alright, and now we need to select our hammer. Is this my hammer? Oh, we need mortar. I think there's a whole bunch of extra mortar there by June's house, or Yoon's house, however you pronounce his name. So if I do need to collect some extra, I can just go there. Okay, what do we need? Oh, the shovel. There we go. Okay, then we need to go collect the logs here from the caravan. Okay, and piece by piece we've got to just assemble this building over here. Now, I really enjoy the construction games. For me, it's very therapeutic to go through this whole process. And the visuals are kind of on point. I actually do like the visuals of this game. I found that generally with most games that's done within Unreal Engine, they tend to have really good visuals. So that's just my opinion. But that's just a small observation. Okay, we're gonna need another 4 logs, looks like it, but we've got plenty. Right, so from here we need the raw beams. I'm not sure if we've got that actually. Raw planks. Oh, there we go. We actually do have plenty of raw beams. And we're going to need our hammer again. There we go. What's also interesting to note is they didn't use any nails to place all these beams. They just slot them in perfectly with all the different holes. Okay, some more beams. This is quite a complex structure, I must say. When we did the tutorial, it was so easy to place all the pieces. But now it seems like a whole bunch of extra work that we've got over here. There's still a few holes left there at the top. Crafting. Okay, we need another primitive hammer. So we actually used that one. We finished it. We need to go chop down some trees, I believe. I don't have any wood pieces left. Yeah, I've got to just do this to do my primitive tools. Okay, I think we're good to go for now, so let's just quickly craft ourselves another hammer. Yeah, this guy's totally ripped. I mean, you can see the veins all over his arms. Come on. Here we go. While I'm building here, I just want to see if I've got any skills that I can add to my character. Okay, now I've assigned everything already. Okay. So we're going to need another log on that side. Not sure if we need more than one. But you can see there at the left of the screen, we are now 41% completed. So yeah, this is quite a process. Planed beams. We need 2 plane beams. 4 beam, raw plank. There we go, plane beams. That's what we need. You see now from here, I think we might need scaffolding to get to the top, especially when we start with the roof. We still seem to be okay to build from here. Now we need another log. I think one log will do the trick. But I suppose this game is really nice if you like the whole building process. We're now almost 60% done. I'm still okay without the scaffolding. You see that top piece? We're going to struggle with that piece. Will I be able to get there? Oh man, okay. Alright, so I'm kind of like forced now to build the scaffolding. So let's just see here. We need a really simple scaffolding. No, this is actually not the one that I wanted. Let's just see here. Deconstruct. Let's try that again. So we need the scaffolding with the ladder. Okay, and now we need additional bamboo. So I know I did see some bamboo as we came down. So we can just go and harvest a whole bunch of bamboo over here. And while I'm at it, I just want to see if we've got any other resources. I see there's a whole bunch of fish in here. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's really nice. So we can eventually come fishing here as well, I suppose. Now this is really, really big pieces of bamboo. Oh, that looked a bit strange. Okay, well there we go. We've definitely got enough bamboo for the scaffolding now. Oh, I actually like that. You just give this big piece of bamboo one chop and voila. All neatly sorted little pieces of bamboo. Perfect to build a scaffolding. Alrighty, I think I'm good to go. So let's just head back and I'm gonna place my scaffolding. I really had no idea it takes so long to build these basic structures. Bromwell. What is this? A flower that yields a vibrant dye. Favored by nobles and mystics. A symbol of grace and hidden power. Okay, so I'm thinking that's just something that you use like for coloring your clothes. Or maybe even paint for the buildings. Alright, so I've got my scaffolding up now. And let's see if we can do this now. If I'm close enough. Yep, there we go. Raw plank. We need some more raw plank. Raw plank, there we go. Nice. Okay, at least I don't expect you to place every little piece one by one. We're definitely gonna need now scaffolding on this side as well. Or maybe not. We need some extra raw planks. Oh, this looks really cool. Okay, we're now 68% done. So now we have to Just doing the cross beams, looks like it. I have to get onto the roof, I think. Okay, let's just go and grab some extra raw planks. I'm gonna just transfer this clay over because I do believe we need that for the ceiling, for the tiling. I'm gonna see if I can get on here. Yeah, this is gonna be much easier. Oh man. Primitive hammer. Let's craft another one. I mean, look at this guy's veins. Shredded. Oh, okay, so they actually use flax for this roof. Now, I've got plenty as far as I'm aware. Okay, we're very close to being done. Right, so now it looks like it's just basically the walls. Now, I remember from our first episode that we did, I did have to use the clay to fill the walls. So I think that's where the clay is going to start playing a role. I'm not sure if I've got enough raw planks here. I'm really hoping so. I'm pretty much using all my resources just for this structure. Okay, is this now where we put the clay? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we need... What is that other thing called? A trowel. Okay, let's just check this out. Where's my trowel? There we are. It almost feels like Chinese house flipper. Like using all of these different tools. Okay, now we need the chisel. Chisel my nizzle. We don't actually have one. And I'm not sure if we've got everything that we need to craft it though. Primitive chisel? Okay, we do. I don't know what he's doing with those sticks, but okay. Okay, we need some extra stone. Let's just see. Should have. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see if we can complete the structure now. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we've got our first structure done over here. This is really great. And I do think it's on a good location. I mean, I think you do need a lot of open space to add some extra structures. Eventually people will probably start moving in. I don't think you can control people in what they do around you. But yeah. Just see, is this more flax over here? Flax, okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab all of that. I think we need still plenty of that. Yeah. And also check out if you can shoot these birds. I wonder. These reeds, okay, you can't harvest them. Okay, we've got clay. And I want to see, you know, let's just see if we can do a fishing rod over here. We need rope and bamboo, which we've got plenty of. Now the rope, I can craft this. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's craft 20 rope. I think that's going to be enough for the fishing rod. Let's see. There we go. Craft one. Now, I'm not sure with the fishing rod if we do actually need bait, but I feel like using the fishing rod now just to see if I can catch something. So we're going to place it there in a hot bar. Yeah, I don't think you need bait. I think you can just go fish right ahead. You could just go right ahead and start fishing. And we've got some wild pigs over here. I'm not sure if they will attack you, but they seem to be pretty docile. Okay, so we've got the fishies over here. Let's see if I can catch something. Now, I don't know if I need to do something specifically to catch them. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's no like mini game that you've got when you fish, at least not yet. So all you're going to do is you're going to cast it, and you can see the little bobber will go up and down once you've caught the fish. So it's very hard to see, but there you can see there's a little bite, and then you pull it in, and then we've got a fishy. Okay, so not too complicated. Let's see there. Okay, we've got the 2 fish. Okay, I'm gonna fast travel to Yun. Let's do that. Travel. And I think I'm gonna use May's kitchen just to see if I can prepare that fish. Alright, but let's just see what Yun says here. I think I've got a lot of mortar over here. Can't I just scoop this up? I've got quite a bit over here. Anyways, okay, but let's just leave that for now. Let's see what Yun says.
The speed with which you erected the carpenter's workshop is remarkable. Not 5 men could have achieved what you did alone. I sensed there was something different about you. But I meander. You should know such structures will attract traders, artisans, and others. Build more, and with time, you may find you fostered your own little settlement. May would not be very pleased about that, but I, for one, would surely welcome new faces around here. Regardless, you should rest now, friend. Heavens know you have earned it.
Okay, great. So we completed our first part, or our first mission, let's call it that.
Your hard work was only matched by the eagerness with which you studied your craft. Though you spoke little more of your past, I was certain your ancestors were once great builders themselves. My granddaughter May, however, was less keen on your presence. She believed I trusted in you too readily. She questioned, how could I be so sure of your true intentions? I could not blame May for being so distrusting. All her life, my dear granddaughter's parentage caused her to be met with suspicion by those around her. It was only natural she returned the same distrust. But I know of too many myths and legends that speak of gods and heroes disguised as strangers, wandering the earth in search of virtue. What if you were one of them? A surprising arrival graced our home. An imperial messenger delivering a letter from the Emperor himself. After all these years left to fade and wither, the foundations of the beacon tower of the Great Wall would finally fulfill their purpose. The tower, a structure of paramount importance, was once again under construction. The Emperor requested capable hands to assist in the construction. No matter how willing I was, neither my age nor May would have ever allowed it. You, however, readily volunteered. I truly believe the same wind that carried you to my broken down wagon now guides you to Badaling and the beacon tower. Follow it, my friend, wherever it takes you. Were I 10 years younger, I would have very much liked to join you. But I must remain home. May's orders, you see. It would take a far braver man to disobey her. Your journey will be long, so please, take the caravan. Your need for it is greater than mine. May and I wish you many safe returns.
Okay, so the beacon tower. Travel to the mountain area of the Great Wall. Let's just check this out. There we go. Okay, so now we can jump to a completely different location. Alright, I think this is where we should head out to. Let's do this. I've still got my fish in the inventory, but I suppose it's fine. Maybe we'll have a place to cook over here. Okay, travel to the mountain area of the Great Wall. I just need to see. Okay, it's towards that way. I can see somebody making a little campfire over here. Just want to quickly check it out. What this is about.
Greetings.
A monk.
If you seek spiritual guidance, you have come to the right place. You walk with purpose, my friend. How can I aid you? Of course, Builder. If you would stay with me a moment, I'd like to share a tale of the Fenghuang. It is a mythical bird, often called a phoenix.
Phoenix, okay.
It is said that a Fenghuang only appears during times of peace and happiness. Our temple once held evidence of its presence, a claw from its talons. But it was lost when the shrine to the Fenghuang was... Times have been hard. I see the spirits of our workers growing weary. If you were to find proof that the Fenghuang still graces this land, if you can repair the shrine and place an offering of food, perhaps that will entice the Fenghuang to return.
Okay, so we need to repair the shrine. Let's just head up here. Okay, there's the shrine. There's another character over here. Looks like a fisherman. I've got a few fishes over there.
Halt there, young man. What do you think you're doing? Can't you see I'm about to cast my line? You'll tread carefully now. You'll never catch anything if you stomp around like an elephant.
Just want to see here. Okay, so this is a trader. And the only thing he's selling is fish and a fishing rod. Okay. Never mind. I've got both of those things. So here's the shrine. I just want to see what we need to repair this. Okay, we need those planks. Oh. I'm gonna probably have to go back to my carpenter's workshop to get those planks. So we'll come back there. Just want to see what's happening over here. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of people over here. I don't really know who I should speak to. See over here. It's really cool to see all of the people just doing their own thing, hanging around here. Oh, here we go, field kitchen. So this is probably where I can do my fish. Okay, so here we've got 2 meals now that we can use the fish with, but I need so many different other ingredients. Lotus root, ginger, garlic, noodles, and this one requires also noodles, cloves, ginger, garlic. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of ingredients that's missing.
I'm the cook here. Strange faces mean strange appetites. Hope you're not. If you're here for a meal...
Show me your ways. Let's see here. Oh, I was hoping he's got garlic and ginger, but the only stuff that he's got is fish, eggs, rice flour, bread, rice. Okay. That's not any of the things that I need. I want to head out here because this is obviously where we need to work eventually, or help with the project. There's a few people hanging out over here, mining. It looks like could be silver or something. It's like different stone formations. But let's head up here and see what's happening on top. Anybody I can talk to over here? Oh yes, the Imperial Engineer. I think this is the guy that I need to talk to. But I want to quickly head in here to see what's happening on this side. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people working over here. We can head out to the top here as well. Got a really nice view of everything on this side. Oh, look at this. Oh, you will surely die if you fall down this slope. But this looks really cool. I mean, just check that out. And you can also see the wall going over on that side. That's amazing. Architect, okay. That's also a guy we need to speak to. And I'm not sure if this is our caravan. Yeah, I think this is. Stonemasonry. Okay, so this is where we need to be. Find Liang, the Imperial Engineer. Okay, Liang's the guy there at the bottom. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see what he says.
Watch yourself around here. The last time we had an accident at the beacon tower, my predecessor was injured, and construction was delayed for weeks. I'm Lijian, the Imperial Engineer. If you truly know your way, then I have a request. One of our cranes is damaged beyond repair. We cannot risk another accident. If you can replace the crane with another, I would be in your debt.
All I would ask in return is your knowledge of engineering, Master Liang.
Knowledge? Then we have an accord. Take this crane kit, dismantle the damaged crane, and assemble a new one in its place.
Okay, I see my guys getting hungry and thirsty over here. Yeah, let's just quickly feed him something over here. And I'm gonna just go down to this river again, just to grab some water. Okay, we're good to go. Deconstruct the broken crane. Oh, they're at the top, okay. I've got to now just find my way up here again. Maybe on this side? Yeah, it looks like there's a ladder. Loading platform. I think this is the first piece that we need. Right? No. Ah, there we go. Counterweight. Ah, there. Yeah, then we need the arms. There's the arms. Steering wheel. Okay, sweet. So that's done. Let's just go back here to the engineer. There we go.
appears you were not entirely forthcoming with me, friend. A construction site is but a small part of what you know. You have an affinity for machinery as well.
I would still appreciate any knowledge you can
As
impart.
agreed, I will instruct you in the ways of engineering. An engineer's workshop will serve you well in crafting machinery, capable of bearing more weight than by 100 strong men.
You have my thanks. Okay, cool. Basic engineer's workshop. Okay, so that's a new structure that we've unlocked. I just want to see, I think we did get new skills. Yeah, we've got one new extra skill. Let's see what we can do here. Increase movement. Yeah, pretty sure this is going to come in handy. So let's take that one. Alrighty. I want to from here go back up to the architect. I think he'll also have something to share with me. So I just want to see what he
I
says.
have it on good authority your talents were employed for the construction of the beacon tower. Perhaps you could lend your help to a smaller, but no less vital undertaking.
What do you need?
The garrison commander has tasked me with devising creative ways to strengthen the wall's defenses. I've come up with a solution, a concealed passage within the wall, one that could allow us to send spies behind enemy lines or launch surprise attacks. It would be a hidden asset, invaluable in times of siege. If you can help secure the tools and resources, we can begin work on this secret tunnel immediately.
Right. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we do need a lot of stuff. We need a whole bunch of bamboo, raw planks, raw beams, obtain mortar, primitive hammer, primitive trowels. We need 3 of those too. Okay. So what you have to do from here, I suppose we need to head back to this region, and then I can either go to Yoon's house or to my caravan. Just quickly go here. Now I would like to set up myself obviously like an engineer's workshop over here where I've got my caravan. Okay, so let's just check this out. Here's the carpenter's workshop. Carpenters. Here's the engineer's workshop. Basic engineer's workshop. These structures are actually really big. Surprisingly big. And I think it would be ideal to have the engineer's workshop right next to the carpenter's workshop. So I'm going to just go ahead and place it there when it's green. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to have to slowly but surely collect all the things that I need for that. I just want to see for the village, breeding and farming. Okay, we've got only crop fields that we can place. Then we've got a normal farm and a rice field. Roads, warehouse, housing. Okay, so this is all locked still. I'll have to help with this specific mission that we've got over here on this side. Yeah, I think in order for me to unlock those other things, I need to complete this quest for the architect. So we do need quite a few raw beams, and then we also need some additional raw planks. And then I also need to craft myself a primitive hammer and a primitive trowel. So what I want to do first, I want to just drop a few items that I don't need. So I'm going to just leave the flax and all of the additional seeds that I've got in here, and maybe also the food. I'm going to just drop off here. And yeah, just to open up some inventory space or decrease my weight that I've got within my inventory. So yeah, let's just drop all of these items that we're not going to use. I don't think, no, we do need the bamboo actually. Yeah, we do need the bamboo. We need the mortar. Okay, let's leave the stone. The sand can go in here. Alrighty, I think we are good to go. Let's just drop these seeds. And that's it. We can drop all of this in the caravan. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is let's maybe just go ahead and craft. I'm going to do the 3 hammers. 3 additional hammers. I'm not going to use my own one for the architect. And then we also need 3 trowels. I think I do have enough wood in my inventory just to craft those raw beams and raw planks. And then we're gonna go head out to the architect and just drop off all those items. Let's just see here, the primitive travel. There we go. And we're gonna do 3 of that as well. I don't know, I'm just amazed with this guy's veins on his arms. It's so detailed. Okay, here we go. Right, so for the planks, how many do we need? We need another 30 or 28, but let's do 30. We can only do 10 pieces at a time, in any case. Oh no, actually we need 80 of that. Oh, my mistake. Okay, so we're gonna have to craft all of that, all of the wood that I've got. So this means I'm going to have to go harvest some extra wood. Yeah, we're gonna need plenty of wood still for those raw beams. I just want to see my weight. Yeah, I've got a decent amount of weight left just to get that extra wood. So I want to kind of like head a bit further away from where our town is, or where our town is going to be. Can't really call it a town yet, but I don't really want to take away the aesthetic of the town. So that's why I'm just going like kind of like here at the backside, chopping down these trees at the back. As far as I know, you don't get damage from trees falling. No, it doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna just go crazy and chop as I go. You can chop down these little bushes also for wood. I think I'm gonna do that. You know, I think these trees do grow back, to be honest. But I'm just not taking any chances now. Alrighty, I just want to check how many pieces of wood we've got currently. 78. Yeah, you know what, let's just go ahead and take down another few trees. Because I want to start with that building, the engineering workshop. I want to get that going also very soon. So I want to collect as much wood as I can. Okay, but I do know my inventory space is a little bit limited. We can maybe go for one more tree. Let's do this little one over here. We've got some pigs running around here. Now these are, I think, normal pigs. It's not boars. They're very docile, so definitely not boars. Okay, I think we are good to go. Oh, you can grab them. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, now what do I do with it? Okay, so I can just randomly grab these pigs. That's quite funny. I suppose you can eventually get camps and you can place them in those camps. I think so. Alright, so these raw beams are they also made from normal wood. Okay, there we go. Just gonna craft 30 of them. And then we've got everything that we need for the architect, and we're gonna head out to him, and hopefully we can get a nice reward. Now there's something that I've noticed off screen. When you go to your perks menu, or your skills menu, where's this? The skill tree. Here we go. I've got an extra skill available. We're gonna see now where we can assign that. But when you press R, you can actually go to a perks menu. So the perks menu, you get all of these perks by doing certain things. So you don't get it with skill points. you cannot allocate it with, let's say, experience. You've got to do very specific things. So for example, here like the brisk logging, you need to extract 100 pieces of wood. And with this one, you can see that we need to complete all the side quests. Now, I don't know how many side quests there are, but yeah, you can see there's a whole bunch of different things that we need to do in order to unlock these perks. But I do have a skill point available, so let's just see. Increase carry capacity. Oh yes, lovely. Okay, that's what I want. Right, so let's head out. We're gonna go to the big map, and then we're gonna head out to the architect. I know there's still a side quest that I need to do here, fixing the shrine, but we need a grid, which I'm not sure where to get that grid from. Now we've got oxen. I think on a later stage we'll be able to have oxen in our farms, I'm pretty sure. Okay, but I'm going to just put away my pickaxe. I look pretty intimidating waving that thing around, running through here between all the people. Right, let's see what he's going to give us.
Thank you for the tools and materials. History is replete with stories where even the smallest contribution turns the tide of battle.
Sorting the flies or the mosquitoes.
Perhaps this secret tunnel of ours will also make such a difference one day. Here is something for you, in recognition of your effort.
Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. I'm getting a stool for bringing him all of those resources. Oh man. Well, that's a little bit of a waste. But you know what? I'm going to leave this area just for now. And I want to head back to my caravan. And I want to get building on that engineering workshop. We've got enough mortar. I'm not sure if we've got enough stone. I'm hoping we do. Just want to see sand. Yeah, we're gonna need quite a bit of sand. What else? Yeah, I think that is everything. Okay, so let's just get going. Now this structure is definitely way bigger than the carpenter's workshop, or it just appears that way, but I do believe it's bigger. You know, with most of these survival crafting games, the building can get quite tedious, but for some reason it's quite therapeutic with this game to do this whole construction. I don't know what it is, but I enjoy it. Now I just need to harvest some additional stone. It goes relatively quickly, so... Oop. Broke my pickaxe. So let's just craft another one. I think while I'm at it, I can just as well do a primitive hammer as well. Let's see here. Oh, okay. We need the stone, of course. So you can see with these big boulders or rocks that you get, or the rock formations, they basically just turn darker once you've harvested them. So it's easy then to kind of like discern where you've harvested already. Then with the smaller rocks that you can find around the world, they will actually break if you finished harvesting them. Righty, so we should definitely have enough stone now, so let's just craft ourselves another hammer, and then we can just continue building that engineering workshop. I've got to also, while I build, I've got to keep an eye on my water and my food, that I still have enough. I wasn't sure if you could eat like raw foods, but you can. And it does replenish your hunger quite good, even though you give your character like raw food, it's still okay. It replenishes quite nicely, so you don't have to make all of these complicated meals to feed your guy. It does look like we're going to need a lot of logs, but yeah, I think we do have enough. At least my caravan's parked really close, so it's not too much of a tedious job to place all of these. Still got 18 logs left. I think we should be good. We're progressing pretty quick. We're already at 20%. Now it's going to be a mission to get onto this roof. You can already see this roof is going to be quite high from what I can see already. Okay, that's everything. Okay, so now we need the raw beams. Let's see how many we've got. We've actually got quite a few raw beams. Oh no, this is plain beams. And these are planks. Just see if I've got any more left here in the chest. Okay. Doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna have to head out and just harvest a whole bunch of extra wood. I've got 80 wood already, but we're gonna need way more. And then I'm gonna have to craft myself some raw beams and additional plain beams as well. You know, with this game, it's really a long process to build up your town. You literally build it up structure by structure, and you unlock the blueprints by doing random quests and missions for the people around the world. So they kind of force you to follow that route. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. For me personally, I don't really like to do like main storyline quests. In general, with these type of games that I play, I like to just kind of do my own thing, follow my own process. I mean, that's the whole point for me, in my opinion, about the open worlds, is that you can kind of like just do what you want and have like free reign. But now with the setup that we've got over here within Chinese Frontiers, you actually have to do the quest in order for you to advance. Now I can see my hunger is dropping. I'm not sure if I've got any food in my inventory, but what you can do is you can eat raw foods. It does replenish your health quite good. Raw planks. Let's do... I'm gonna maybe just do 40 raw planks. We are going to require that for the roof as well. So when we do the roofing, the planks goes up first, and then on top of that you will have to end it off with flax, which will be pretty much like a thatch roof. Okay, here we go. Right, let's just see with the inventory. Okay, I've still got a meal left, so that's gonna help. I'm gonna just go ahead and grab this quickly. Nice. Okay, and I'm gonna have to place myself scaffolding on this side. So you know, this is actually the only area where I'll be able to get onto the roof. I'll have to jump onto these beams, and then from there I can ascend to the roof. I've tried this before with the scaffolding. You can't make the scaffolding higher. So yeah, I don't know if there is a different way to do this. But so far, this is the only way that I know. Oh man, are you serious? I thought I crafted like a whole bunch of raw beams. Let's do maybe 40. I've got so much wood, so might as well. let's get going with this. We're getting close to 30% done now. I suppose you do get better with the crafting as well, like, or sorry, with the building. I suppose that will also go quicker. You'll get like some sort of perk on a later stage. Let's just check it out here. With the perks, I don't see anything for building. Just see here. The limit of village workers. Yeah, you see, you are going to get on a later stage. You're going to get some extra workers. Now I'm sure once you've got some workers that's going to live in your town, that's going to really make the building process also so much easier. I'm sure of it. Maybe that's also part of the reason why it's taking so long to build these structures. Because they are intended to be built by multiple people. I know it's like that in real life, but yeah, I don't know, with games it can differ. Oh, I'm still able to reach these, fortunately. Okay, so yeah, from here I'm gonna have to go onto the scaffolding. So I'm gonna have to precariously jump onto this beam. And then from here I can get up, and yeah, I've got to just basically maneuver my way around on these beams. You can see there's a whole bunch of beams on that side that I need to place in the same way. So we're going to work our way through. I'm going to have to try and jump over this. There we go. And I'm going to have to maneuver over here. Oh man. Okay, I didn't get full damage. But yeah, it's a tricky business. It really is. Okay, let's try to come around this way. Oh, yes, I can reach it. Thank goodness. Okay. Let's see, can I reach? I have to go over. Okay, let's do it like this, and I'm gonna reverse. I think that's gonna work a little bit better. Nice, okay. Yeah, this is working. I think this is the last one now. Go this way around. Oh, we need plain beams. I'm kind of like doing a little bit of a parkour move here. Plain beams. Okay, we can only do 10. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Now we need raw beams. Let's see, how many can we get of these ones? I'm gonna go ahead and go for 30 maybe. Right, I see we now at 52%. So the progression is going pretty well. And now we need another hammer. So obviously with these primitive hammers, they don't last long. Okay, now I'm not quite sure what we need. Oh, yeah, at the top. I'm really hoping I've got enough planed beams. That's raw beams. I don't have any more planed beams. Oh, this really sucks. I mean, and I harvested so much wood and I'm still shorting planed beams. We just do 10. I think what we are going to need now is the planks. Yeah, that we're going to use for the roofing. Raw plank. There we go. Yeah, let's see. We've got 34 pieces more of the raw plank left. I'm definitely gonna have to go harvest some extra wood. Right, so now we're gonna go to the top part. It's like a little chimney or canopy, whatever you call it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so from here we're gonna need some extra planks, and then there's going to be another layer of planks that's gonna go over here. So let me just go ahead and harvest a whole bunch of trees for us here. Well, the structure is looking really nice so far. So all we need to do is, I think we just need a whole bunch of raw planks just to finish off the roofing. And we're gonna need to have flax also nearby. So yeah, let's maybe do 50 raw planks. I think that should be sufficient. So after I'm done with this crafting, I'm gonna just fetch some flax, or I'm gonna fetch all my flax, and then we can finish off the roofing. Because I'm not sure if I'll be able to get back on the roof once I've placed the layer of thatch. I'm pretty sure there must be easier ways to get onto these buildings, especially a big one like this. I mean, yeah. This is really like a flimsy scaffolding that we've got over here. Right. So let's go ahead and finish this. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we need those additional planks again. Oh man. So one thing that I've really learned in this game, if you think you've got enough of something, just go back and harvest like triple that. What I'm going to do before I go into the next episode of this game, I'm going to play a little bit off screen. And I want to get up to the point of where I can get a house or build a house, and where I can get villagers that can move into this region over here. And then I just want to see if they will actually make a difference in the village. You know, when it comes to building, crafting and all of those things. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure all of you also want to see that. Like the solo building was nice and everything, but Yeah, I think I can do with an extra hand. Now, I've got 160 flax in my inventory, so I don't have any doubt that I've got enough this time around. Right, so let's just craft again another hammer. Okay, so this is the last piece, I believe, of the roof. We now at 82% done, so really getting there. Wood. Oh, I'm praying I've got enough wood. Just another 2 pieces. Okay, is that it? Okay, yeah. So it seems like the roof is done. There's some more raw beams over here. Wedges. Oh, okay, we need wedges. Wedges. I'm sure 10 wedges would be enough. We only need 1 here. Line beams. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Raw planks. Flax. Raw plank. Raw plank. I'm starting to doubt that we've got enough wood again. Yeah. We're so close to being done with this. I'm not gonna run so far this time. I'm just gonna chop whatever I can. Oh my goodness, but this is quite laborious. Alrighty, let's just see how much wood have we got. 53. Okay, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if I've got another 30 raw planks, we should have enough. I'm usually wrong with this, but I really just don't feel like chopping any more trees. Yeah, we're now at 91%, and now we've got the clay. And I believe we're going to have to use our trowel now for the clay. So here we've got the clay. 27 clay. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but it's okay. We've got a clay deposit not far from here. So I can just head out towards that side if we do need to get extra clay, which, yeah, we do. Okay, and that means I'm gonna need to use my spade also. So, yeah, there's a little walkway I can go through over here. And, oh, actually, we do have clay. Don't have to go over on the other side. There's a few patches over here. There we go. Let's just maybe harvest 1 more piece of clay if we can find. I did see the clay. Here we go. Right, I'm pretty sure that's enough. .93%. raw planks. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so just as an FYI, if you want to build this engineering workshop, you're gonna need a lot of raw planks. Like really, really a lot. What do we need? The chisel. Okay. That's fine. We've got our chisel over here. Let's replace it with a shovel. Okay, what else do we need? Oh, here we go. Remove all items in the way. Okay, so scaffolding. That's fine. We can actually remove this. We don't need it anymore. Alright. What? We need limestone. Right, so how much? I've got 4 limestone, exactly 4 limestone. We might need more. I'm hoping that would do the trick. Oh yes, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness, this is done. Right, so engineering is completed. Great stuff. And there we've got the wide overhang scaffolding. Let's see here, this is now a new piece. So I suppose this is needed for if you've got an even bigger structure. Yeah. And as you can see, I was quite busy off screen expanding the town, and I'm going to quickly walk through it with you. So currently here on our right side, we've got the warehouse that I'm busy constructing. I'm very close to getting done with it. So we are currently now at, I think 76%. Yeah. So there at the left, you can see we at 76% completed with the warehouse, and I'm going to finish that with today's episode. And also additionally, we've built our first village house. It's quite small, and we get 2 villagers that come with it. Now you'll see, oh, here's the one. And then over on this side, we've got another one having some tea, looks like it. And they also have a little cat that lives in this little house. So these are the 2 first villagers that we've got. And obviously this is our engineering workshop, our carpenter's workshop, and then I just moved the caravan over towards that side, and we started building some extra roads over here, just normal gravel roads. But yeah, I basically had to do some extra quests for some people there at the Great Wall, and when we completed those quests, I actually got some extra workshops. So I've got now an additional stonemason's workshop, and I've also got the bricklayer's workshop. Now I'm going to look at building that at a later stage, and I've got some extra decorations now. So I've got these fences that's got added, and I've got a fireplace as well as a workbench and a stool. So basically, as you go through your game and you do all the quests for the people that you can find in the world, you will gradually unlock more components for your village. Now I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, maybe I'm stupid, but I think the only way that you can get onto this warehouse roof is basically laying one of these scaffoldings on this side and then jumping onto that beam and then doing like a whole parkour action going across and then getting onto the roof. That's literally the only way that I've seen to be getting on. So I'm gonna just use the same method to get onto this roof, and then we can continue building this warehouse, or completing this warehouse really. So yeah, let's just carry on laying down all the beams. We've got, yeah, we're close to 20% left. As soon as the roof is done, then the rest of it is relatively easy to complete. But I don't know, like I say, I'm really not sure if I'm doing this correctly. Jumping between all of these places. Okay, but this is gonna go a little bit easier now, hopefully. Okay, we need some additional plank. Alrighty. Okay, let's just quickly go craft some extra planks. I think I might need some extra beams as well. But let's do maybe another 60 planks. I think we're going to still need a lot of those though. And let's maybe do an additional 40 beams. I think that should be fine. Okay, there we go. So let's see if we can complete the structure now. Maybe it will be easier if I just place this piece and then jump on. Ooh, I might not get on now. Ah, there we go. It does take a little bit of effort, but we are on. I might actually run out of blanks again. Wow, this structure is really resource hungry. Okay, so we need some extra planks. Let's do maybe 80 of those. You know, I think once the warehouse is placed, we might be able to sign the current villagers that's in our town to start getting some wood and crafting certain items. That will just make our job and load a little bit lighter. And I think what we can also do is we can transfer a lot of the items that we've got in the caravan. We can transfer that over to the warehouse. I think that's basically what's going to happen. So yeah, but let's just see if we can complete this. Right, now from here it's the flax that we need to lay down. Okay, we need a whole bunch of extra flax. I know I do have some left in the caravan. I'm not sure if it's enough though, but we've got plenty of flax here in the wild. Well, actually, yeah, it doesn't look like I've got any flax left. So we're gonna just have to harvest a whole bunch of flax over here. And like I said, there is plenty to go around. I want to also actually see if I've got some extra skills that I can maybe unlock. That just helps us with the harvesting and with just the general development of our town. So let's see, a skill tree. Yes, okay, cool. I do actually have an extra skill that I can assign. So let's see what we can do over here. Carry one extra stone block. Okay, no, that's not necessary when destroying it. Ooh, this is actually a good one, especially for the scaffolding, because we do get that extra bamboo. So I'm gonna just go ahead and assign that one. And let's just quickly see. I saw a patch of flax on this side, so I'm gonna just grab as much as I can of this, and then this should give us enough flax to just complete the structure, really. Okay, let's see. We've got now currently 260. And we've got 4 pieces left, and it requires 80 per piece. Yeah, so we're going to need a little bit more flax. We've got a few patches here left. So you know, at this beginning stages of the game, you must go back to June and May at your initial starting point, and you must just see if they've got any quests available for you, because they will also help you unlock a whole bunch of structures. Okay, let's check it out now. I need 320, so yeah, I think we are good to go now. I think there's more than enough resources now to just complete the structure. And I have to worm my way up here again. There we go. Okay, I know there's a few pieces of wood that we've got to also place here at the top. I think that is pretty much done. Okay, cool. Alright. So we do still require the scaffolding just to place these top parts. I did craft a few pieces of grid, so it's in here. There we go. I'm not sure if I've got enough. I can maybe just craft a few extra pieces of grid. Okay, we need a wood block. Let's just craft 1 wood block or 10 wood block. They do 10 at a time. And let's craft the grids. Okay, cool. Hopefully that is enough. This little cat walking around over here. It's quite cool that the cat basically just came with the village house. I think we might need some extra grids. It's relatively quick to craft though. Okay, cool. Oh, that's done. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. That went a lot quicker than I thought. Let's just basically take down all of these scaffolding. See, now at least we do get some of the material back. Deconstruct, and last piece. There we go. Alright, and this travel point, this is interesting. This travel point. Okay, so I think this travel point gets automatically assigned with the warehouse, or it gets placed close to the warehouse. And after you've got the warehouse placed, then your town will be recognized as a town, or the village rather. But let's just go to the management here. Now I want to see what we need. We've got the basic carpenter's workshop, right? Ah, okay, so now this is where we can start assigning. Yeah, this is where we can start assigning the villagers to do like a bunch of things. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go to the basic carpenter's workshop and the carpenter's table. Now what I want to do is I want them to start crafting here. I want them to craft some raw planks, and obviously I just need to supply them with the raw wood. Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna break it down so they can do 30% or 20% on each. Let's do 20% on each. And these are the items that I need the most. So yeah, I'm gonna just set it up like that. Now I need a villager assigned here. So let's see, carpenter's table, there we go. Okay, so we've got 1 villager assigned. Now there's a red button over here. Okay, so they require those resources, but they also need food. Field kitchen. Okay, let's see here. So we need to probably assign one of the workers here to the field kitchen. Now the fried Hongshan Kai Tai, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is one of the easiest meals to prepare. So I think I'm gonna assign them to prepare that meal. Now let's just see here. You are hungry, find food to eat. Okay, that's fine. Yes, so we need a whole bunch of stuff. We need the radish and we need onions to make that specific dish. And let's just see, we need a whole bunch of rice. I'm gonna carry all of this stuff through from my caravan. I'm gonna bring towards the side. Let's see here. I'm gonna take all of these things out from the caravan, and this can go in here. Just want to see if there's a quick transfer. Take all. Yeah. You know what? No, not take all. Move all. Move 1. Quick move. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. got it. Yeah, so I'm gonna just basically move all of this stuff. And I think what's gonna also help, if the stuff is in the warehouse, you will automatically have access to it, like when you want to build new structures. I think so, at least. Okay, so I'm gonna head back to June's house, because now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go to May's garden and I'm gonna just harvest a whole bunch of goodies, which we require to prepare the food. Now you see the villagers, they do need that extra food, so in order for them to work effectively. So you know, this is not much different from Medieval Dynasty or Sengoku Dynasty, the way in which you supply the food and how you do the general management. But I can see my guy is starting to see dots over here, so I've got to really feed him quickly. Let's just see here. It's got some radish. We need the onion and we need radish, and then we need the actual rice. Okay, so this is what we need for that one specific dish. I want to see if there's another easy meal that we can make. Suppose I need to maybe start setting up my own rice paddies and crop fields. I think that will also help. I'm basically just stealing all of June's stuff, or May's stuff rather. Okay, let's just see here. I want to quickly go here to the field kitchen and see what other meal we can prepare that's relatively easy. Craft max 1. Okay, we can only craft 1. I think we're lacking the radish, that is. Let's see, for these other things we need, okay, we need dough, bay leaf, wood ear mushroom. I don't have any of these other ingredients, like I don't even know where to find all of these. This looks relatively easy, garlic, ginger and snail. I just don't know where to find the snail. It says here the plain area of the 9-arch bridge. Okay, this is also easy. Ube, vegetable soup. Okay, we need to get garlic and ginger. Alright, I think you know what, I'm going to just focus on this one. We need rice, which we've got plenty of. Radish and onion. Those ingredients, we've got all of that. So I'm going to just help myself to a meal, and then I'll supply the villagers on the other side also with the stuff. Okay, let's do a quick travel. I don't know if I can use the actual field kitchen or their kitchen. I can't use it. No, I can assign them to it, but I can't use it myself. Right, so let's do this. There's the rice, so we can move that across, and the onion and the radish. Okay, we are going to require some extra radish to make these meals, but let's just see when we go to the village management. Field kitchen, there, okay. I'm gonna just let them make the one dish, and this red means obviously we're missing some sort of resources. Ah, there we go. Now we can see the warnings. Okay, so the red block that they're showing here is not enough resources. Okay. Not enough resources. Okay. Oopsie. Why is this laying here? Does this mean the storage is full? No. I don't know why it's actually dropping the stuff. Okay, well there we go. Okay, so that's why they didn't make it. So let's just quickly see if it works now. Yeah, okay, cool. We've got now everything that we need. And they are starting to prepare the fried Hongshan Kai Tai. Let's just see if we can do find a few extra ingredients for us. The rice, I think I might find some rice on that side. We've got some wetlands over here. I can see some radish, that we're definitely going to use. Ah, there we go. Yes. Okay, so we've got the rice over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just harvest as much as I can. And then we've got a one villager assigned to basically just prepare all of those meals. If we can get all of the raw ingredients there together, and then I can just prepare a whole bunch of meals for us. And then I also need to take some wood to the carpentry so that our other guy can do all the pieces of wood that we require. Now this is going to make things a lot easier. So it's, like I said, it's very similar to how you would start with Medieval Dynasty or Sengoku Dynasty. At the beginning it's very labor intensive and everything is just dragging along. But as you progress and get more villages to your town, everything gets more streamlined. I'm not really sure if you can get your villagers to help build the structures. That I'm not sure of, but I think so. I think you will be eventually able to get them. Serene Overlook. Oh, okay. I think this is also part of a quest. I need to come here. So I needed to tell May about all the places, and yeah, I think this is one of the places. Serene Overlook. Okay, cool. That looks like a pretty steep drop, so I'm not going to go that way. I want to see if I can find a few pieces of onion maybe still. If we can get some extra onion, that would be great. I'm gonna just go ahead now and grab some of the extra radish that we can find here. There's plenty of radish. There's this bright green bush, and onion looks like a very thin leaf plant. Oh, I think there's a few, if I'm not mistaken. No, this is, yeah. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Because now we can make that one specific meal, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to just harvest some wood, which we can then place in the carpentry. And then we can use that other guy to just basically craft us some planks and beams. And like I said, this is going to make things significantly easier. Because I think once those items are in the warehouse, I don't have to physically collect it every time when I start building. It will just utilize what's ever in the warehouse. Okay, I can see these pigs, I need to actually return them to May. She's got a little pig farm over there, and she said some of them escaped, and I think this is one of them. And then there's also chickens that escaped, so I must actually go look for some chickens also. But you know what, let's just quickly head back, and I'm gonna place that wood by the carpentry. Or must it go into the warehouse? I think the wood needs to be in the warehouse. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna drop it in there. There we go. Right, let's see if that does make a difference. There we go. Okay, so you can see now they don't require extra resources. Field kitchen, that's going. Alright, we've got already 3 meals in storage. So this should keep them happy. I think this is the only things that they need is the actual food and then the resources. They don't require additional tools for the current production that we're doing. Right, and with the basic carpentry, let's see how that goes. Okay, awesome stuff. Okay, so he's working very well over here. I think let's take this down to 20. Let's make that also 10%. 6 every hour. Okay, cool. Now this is nice, you know, so what I can maybe do is just add myself another villager house, because then we get another 2 villages that we can utilize here, just to do like random jobs. But yeah, at least we've got now some meals. You can see in there, there's our meals. I'm gonna transfer all of this also across. I've got the rice, there we go. Onions. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, no, I'm happy with this. Got plenty of onion, plenty of everything that we need. Okay, good. Right, so let's maybe go ahead and add ourselves another village house. We need a whole bunch of stuff for this house. Required items, inventory, and caravan. Okay, that's kind of strange because this now needs to be in my inventory and the caravan to build that. I thought if it's in the warehouse, it will actually allow us to build all these things. Okay, well, let's do this then. I'm gonna just have to transfer all of the stuff over. Alrighty, so I've got now most of the things that we need for the village house. So I'm gonna add another village house over here. I just need to look for a good location. Maybe actually here. This might not be a bad spot for it. We've got a road coming through here, so yeah, let's maybe place one right over here. I think this is a good spot. So I'm gonna place it right over there, and then we can just start placing all the pieces together. It's not a big structure, but it also does take quite some time to build. That's part of the foundation, and then we need the planks. So let's just go ahead. Oh, sorry, the logs, I mean. We need a whole bunch of these. I think there's a few logs left here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so from here we've got to just place the beams. One thing that's nice about this village house is I also don't need any scaffolding to complete this. As far as I remember, I did pretty much everything with the house just off the ground. I think there's maybe one piece I had to get a scaffolding, but for most part of it, it's not necessary. Okay, we've got our beams and our planks. Plain beams. I don't think we need any plain beams. Let's just go ahead and want to add some wood. Just add some extra wood over here. How do you split it? Shift. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna basically just craft some of my own planks and beams. So let's do maybe 40 over here. So now with these villages that we've got, obviously it's gonna just help you to delegate and to get rid of all these mundane tasks and give it to them. And you can focus on the more pressing matters. Okay, cool. I think we should be able to finish this house pretty quickly. Now, when the house is done, you don't need to do any like special recruitment. Literally, the people will just appear in the village house and you can start utilizing them directly. Okay, these are the wedges that we need. I think we do have some wedges in here. Let's just quickly check. Wedges. Where's my wedges? There we go. And don't need the plain planks. Okay. You can see the progression is relatively quick. I mean, we're already halfway with the house. Raw beams. Yeah, you see, so this you can do from the ground. You can actually place those beams. So let's just do maybe another... I'm gonna just go for 60 of these, of the raw beams, and then also 60 of the raw planks. So ideally you need 2 villagers to work here at the carpentry, then things goes relatively quick. So just check this out. Raw plank 70. Okay, yeah, I think this should be fine. So when we get these next 2 villages in, I think, yeah, that's gonna just help us so much with the raw production. It's really nice to see it all come together. Really love the architecture. Let's see, a split. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is, I'm going to sign maybe another 60 planks. Yeah, as far as I remember, this is the one thing that I did need the scaffolding for. So I'm going to go ahead and set some scaffolding up on that side. I know I do have some bamboo, I'm just not sure where I placed it. I think it's in this storage over here. No, then it's in the caravan. Must be. Yeah, there we go. And in fact, you know what, let's just take this. I'm gonna take all of this out. I know I'm over encumbered now, but that's really okay. We're gonna dig through these resources really quickly in any case. 1, 2, 3. Right, so from here we place the flax. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and jump on here. It's just gonna make it so much easier. And once this is done, then we can pretty much take down the scaffolding again. I'm going to definitely require some extra wood over here. Let's just take this down and let's chop down a few trees. We're not going to need too many though. The sand we can drop in here, and also the clay I'm going to... Yeah, let's just keep it here for now. And the mortar, that's also, we can leave that. Right. Let's get the last few pieces of wood and then we should get that house completed. Alright, let's finish this up. I think eventually you should be able to upgrade these houses on a later stage. Like, you know, the same way June's house has got the tiled roof. I think eventually you'll be able to build the village houses with the tiled roofs. I'm sure of it. Okay, now we need another primitive hammer. So we're gonna just have to move the stone. I'm gonna just move the mortar as well because we're gonna require that, I think, for the flooring, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so I think I've still got my trowel in here. There we go. And let's maybe put it in there. Oh, yes, of course. We've got the clay in here. What I do like about this game is that when your inventory, when you're over encumbered, you can really load yourself up without going to a complete standstill. I don't even know if you can go to a complete standstill. But I like the fact that if you're over encumbered, it doesn't make you completely frozen, if that makes sense. You're still able to move, but just significantly slower. We're just doing the little rooms here on the inside. And then we've got the flooring, so now we need the chisel again. And... okay, we don't need the mortar, just the stone. And now we need the trowel again. I would have liked maybe 1 or 2 slots extra here for your hotbar. Okay, well there we go. We've got now another 2 villages. Now what's a little bit odd for me is that we've only got men in this village, and now I'm really hoping there's a way that I can get some women to the village. I don't know how you will do that, but yeah, it would be nice to have a few women in the village. And just move all of these items across again. There we go. Alright, so we've got the extra workers now. I'm going to look now how I can assign them. I just want to grab a quick snack. See, we've got plenty of meals now for the people. They're all eating the same thing, but that will just have to do for now. Okay, so let's go to the village management tab. So we can assign quite a few workers here. Now, I don't know. Will these ones, oh, they gather the actual resources, the raw resources. Well, this is good. You know, if we can assign someone to gather like raw resources here. Let's maybe do that. Let's assign 1 worker over here. of course, they need the tools. So they're going to need, I suppose, hammers for the wood. Oh, sorry, hatchets. They're going to need the hatchets for the wood, and pickaxes for the stone. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and assign one worker for the wood, and I'll assign one worker for the stone. And they can do the 100% workload. So let's see, if we do the crafting, I've got plenty of wood. So the stone I dropped in here by the caravan. Let me just see, there we go. Okay, so let's craft a few hatchets and also a few pickaxes. Let's maybe do three of the hatchets and 3 pickaxes. And then I've got to place them in the warehouse, I believe. And then they should be able to start gathering all the resources that we need. Okay, so those are the hatchets, and then we can do the 3 pickaxes. And I'll place this in the warehouse, and then I'm gonna just see if they actually start working. You see, because between the gathering the stone and the wood, those are the 2 most time-consuming things to do in this game. So if you've got your villagers assigned to do this, I just think it's gonna really help streamline everything. Okay, let's see, another pickaxe, hatchet, pickaxe. Okay, I'm going to just leave it at that. Oh, there's another hatchet over here. There we go. 3 hatchets. It looks like there's 4 hatchets. Okay, I'll keep one for myself. There we go. So let's see now if this is all working. Warehouse. Right. 23. So they gather basically 200 wood every hour. And that's insane. Okay, so the gathering really does go quick once you've got one worker assigned over there. Yeah, okay, so you can see the resources are slowly but surely building up. Okay, well, this is really good. So now from here we can basically, let's just see, workshops. We can look for a spot for the stonemason's workshop. We're gonna need some limestone. Okay. Let's just see the bricklayer's workshop. What do we need for this? We need a whole bunch of planks, also some extra limestone. So the only place that I know where I can get limestone at the moment is there up by June's house. So I'll have to maybe quickly run back and get some limestone over there. Yes, so off screen, I've added myself another village house over here, and which automatically comes with 2 villagers, 2 men to be specific. I am not sure how you can encourage women to move to your town, but at the moment we've got an all-male village. Now, aside from this little house that I've built over here, I've added some roads as well. I've added the bricklayer's workshop on this side. Here we go. So yeah, you can see it takes up a lot of space, but it's not actually a big structure. So what I want to do is I want to build the stonemason's workshop and maybe just add a few decorations. Aside from that, I want to maybe do some side quests, because with the side quests we do get some blueprints and decorations and stuff that we can also use for the village. For example, we've got this little fire over here. It's not much, but it does give a little bit of life to the village. So let's just quickly check in here for the workshops. I'm looking for the stonemason's workshop, and that is what we are looking for the basic stonemason's workshop. Right, so I want to place it over here. I think it's a good location to have on this side, right next to this little house over here. And you see we've got this massive bedrock on the right side. So I think it's appropriate to have the stonemason's workshop right over here. What I want to do is I want to quickly head back to June's house, because we've got this I can't remember what the structure is called, but we get our mortar we get from here. We've already got a station set up, Let me just see the kiln, the mortar kiln. There we go. Right, so I'm gonna just get some mortar. We've got so much over here, so I can just go ahead and blend it. Let's see, how much did we get there? 200. Okay, let's just do maybe another 200. Alrighty, and that is all that we need, or actually more than enough. And then I'm going to quickly jump back to the village. Now what I want to do is, I've got my villagers already set up to gather a whole bunch of resources for me. So you can see we've got so much rock, and really we've got pretty much of everything. I think I could maybe do with some extra wood, but we've got so much planks, raw planks, beams, everything that we need. And I'm going to just transfer it over. I know I'm going to be over encumbered here, but I think it's going to be fine. Like I said, I don't think you can be too overloaded. We can still move, even though we're over encumbered. It's just going to make everything so much easier, rather than running back and forth the whole time. Although, thinking about it, I need to get some logs now. So I'm going to end up running back and forth now in any case. But let's just do this foundation quickly. Right, so I want to just move my spade into the hotbar. This is part of the foundation. This is where the pillars, the beams are going to come in, and then we have to pour our sand in. There we go. Okay, now from here we're going to need the logs. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to go down here, and I'm going to just drop the beams here again. Let's do this. Move across, move across. Okay, we'll come pick those up in a short while. I'm going to just go ahead and grab the logs here from the carpenter's workshop. It shouldn't take too long just to place all of these logs. Oh my goodness, okay, there is quite a few. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to do at least another 3 runs, because we can only carry 4 logs at a time, which is actually not bad. Right, so we've got, yeah, another 8, so it's another 2 runs. I want to really get my crops also going, because if we can get some crops, I can maybe access a few extra recipes. Okay, so we need another 4. Now, I used all the logs that's there by the carpenter's workshop, but we've got some logs left on this side. Okay, hopefully this is enough logs now. Okay, yeah, so from here we're going to do the beams. I just want to have a quick look in here. So we've got, yeah, I wanted to just make sure if we've got enough bamboo. I think we do. I'm going to just transfer all of these items over again. Yeah, so like I said, now we're over encumbered, but that's fine. We're going to be at the same spot in any case. Yeah, and I just want to thank everybody from the community. So there was a few people that explained to me how to do the scaffolding. For the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. I don't know. Must be very stupid. I think I did try it the way that you said, but I was a little bit too impatient with it, really. But yeah, basically we've got to snap it and the opposite way around. So once I've placed the scaffolding, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to illustrate it now. But you have to place the scaffolding and then turn it literally the other way around for it to snap on top of the other one. But I just couldn't get it to snap somehow. Okay, we need another 2 wedges. Now, I've actually got one of my villagers to craft the wedges for me, so I think we should have a decent amount of wedges here within the storage. Let's just check it out. Oh yeah. Oh, we've got so many wedges. I'm gonna just do that. I want to maybe just grab myself a meal also. Let's just do that. Okay, the rest of the meals we can keep for the villagers. I probably need to go up into the forest on that side just to look for some more onions. And I do need some extra rice as well. So yeah, it might be a good idea just to get my crop fields going. And I'll probably have to assign a villager there. If we can just do rice and onions, I think that should be fine because we've got plenty of radish around here. But the onion and the rice is... yeah, there's not enough. Oh, so we need another 4 logs. Oh, great. But this should be the last of it in any case. Okay, so the stonemason's workshop is significantly bigger than the bricklayer's workshop. It's almost as big as the warehouse. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna get back to the beams. Oh, we're already 42% complete, so it's progressing really nicely. Okay, right, so I think it's time for us to do the scaffolding. So I'm gonna just quickly illustrate to you how it should be done. So let's say, for example, we place the scaffolding over here like so. Now I'm going to have to rotate this the other way around for it to snap, and then I can hold in shift and just scroll with the middle mouse button up. It is tricky, and that's why I didn't get it in the first place. But you can snap it if you place it the other way around. You have to do it like from a certain angle. Don't know why it doesn't want to snap now. Okay, so you actually won't believe how difficult this was to get it to snap like this. But yeah, there it is. So I've got it placed now finally, after much struggle. So yeah, you can kind of understand now why I didn't manage to figure it out, because it was just such a mission to let it snap like this. So I'm hoping that's something also that the developers are looking at, you know, to improve the way it snaps, because I feel like it was a real struggle for me. But in any case, we are now finally here. So it's a little bit easier now to get to the roof, obviously. Oh, my goodness. Let's just try this again. So, and someone said to me it can go up to 4 levels, I think. So yeah. You can construct pretty big structures in this way. Let's just worm our way around. Yeah, we're currently halfway. It's the roof is always the hardest part, obviously. And it's more finer work, really. Let's just maybe go this side. Okay, right, hopefully we can do some bigger parts now. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, so I think what you want to do when you start a new game, you want to get the village house blueprint as soon as possible so that you can assign villagers to actually do the physical labor for you, gathering all the resources. Because it's like really a lot of work and it's quite mundane to just craft all the things yourself. But yeah, so in order to get the village house blueprint, you just need to do quests for June or Yun or Yon, however you pronounce his name. But that is the old man that you initially engage with. So just follow all the steps that he tells you to do and revisit him every now and then to see if you can get new quests. Okay, we're progressing really nicely. We're now at 75%. Okay, I think that is the roof. That should be done now. Okay, now we're gonna start using some raw planks over here. And then the clay, I'm not sure, I don't have enough clay. Let me just go quickly check. I can't remember if I placed the clay in the caravan or in the warehouse, but I need quite a bit for this part. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the beams. I think I might actually use the planks. The beams I'll just place back into the caravan. Also the mortar, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that again. Or let's maybe just split it like this. There we go. Okay, let's see, I think... Oh, I actually ran out of clay. Okay, well, not to worry. We've got plenty of clay not too far from here. So I've got to just go and harvest a little bit extra. Well, I'm going to harvest a lot because what I want to do after I've built the stonemason's workshop, I want to complete that quest for May. And we need to place ceramic lanterns within her garden. And in order to build the ceramic lanterns, we're going to actually require the clay. So I'm going to just harvest as much clay as I can, so that we can also complete that quest for her afterwards. And then we should get some extra blueprints, decorative blueprints that we can use. Hopefully. But every time I've completed the quest for her or for June, I'm getting new blueprints. So yeah, I think we should get something. And we can actually look, I think, when you go to your quest menu, you can see what the rewards are. Oh, there we go. It's only 300 experience. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to get anything. Oh well. I suppose the experience will help because that can contribute to our skill points. Let's just do one more. And then I want to just quickly check how much clay we've got. 191. Yeah, let's do one more. I see my hunger levels are dropping really quick. So I'll probably have to just quickly grab a meal also after I'm done with the stonemason. Now I can see there's rabbits also here. Now I'm not sure if you can hunt these. As far as I know, you don't have a bow and arrow or spears. Right, we've only got 15% left to do. Let's see if we can just get this done. Then we just basically have to do the stone and some of the interior, I think, then we're done. Let's just see, where's my chisel? I'll probably have to craft one. Okay, let's just do that quickly. I can't seem to find one in my inventory. It's a good thing I kept the mortar. I actually do need that, and then we need that extra stone. Let's just quickly grab a bite while we also get some extra stone. Let's see here. Oh, limestone. Okay, I think we've got the limestone in here. Let's just check this out. No. Warehouse. It should definitely be in the warehouse. There we go. Okay, cool. We are done. Awesome stuff. So let's just check this out. So now the only thing left for the main quest is to build the beacon tower. And yeah, that's pretty wild. Okay, so we need 268 clay bricks, 64 stone blocks, 1,600 mortar, 81 sand, roof tiles. I think that's fine. I'm not sure for the roof tiles. I think we do that. We're gonna craft that at the bricklayer's workshop, probably. I just want to see here. Okay, so there's the storage. We've got now the extra scaffolding. Add resources to the container. Use to craft stone blocks. Okay, so I don't know, do I need more stone or what do I need? Not really sure. Okay. Well, let's just leave that. I think I need mortar as well. Let's see if we add the mortar, if it does anything. No. Okay, so I'm assuming it's just blocks that we need, maybe? Or actual stone. And this is where they stack the stone blocks. Now, I didn't know they were going to have the storage over here, so it looks a little bit funky being so close to the house. Oh my goodness. Okay, well. At least it's not clipping over here. But this guy is tripping a bit. Come on, get out of it. Okay, now I have seen this happening quite a bit between the villagers and also the cats. So that's obviously something that needs to be fixed. Let's head out to May, and I just want to basically complete that quest. Placing the ceramic lanterns in her garden. Just want to make sure that I've got enough clay. Yeah, I think that should be okay. Let's see, so for the we're gonna go to decorations, lanterns. Yeah. Okay, we actually have just enough. So we need to place 6 of these. Right, let's look for different locations. I think this would be a good spot. Yeah. And maybe over here also. Now you see, these we can place also within our town. I think it would look pretty cool. Here we go. There's another one over here. Let's do maybe one over here. One over here. And then we need the last one still. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and place it over here. Here we go.
You really didn't have to go to all this trouble. That's quite true. You never fail to surprise me. Well then, what can I help you with?
Okay, nice. May Sanctuary. Let's see what else we can do here. So I need to get fish, egg and pork. And that will have to be part of my offering. Fish, egg and pork. I think I've got all of those in my storage. And then I get access to a shrine. So then we can start building shrines within our own town. So let's quickly head back to the caravan. I know I've got pork and egg. I'm not sure if I've got the fish. I'll just have to quickly check here. Okay, it's nothing in here. Let's just check the warehouse. It's relatively easy to catch the fish in any case. Oh. Okay, I think they actually used the pork and the egg. Okay, well, one thing that I can do, I can head back to May's place. And she's got the pigs and the chickens there. And in fact, there's actually a glitch with the one mission or the one quest where I've got to catch the pigs and it just doesn't want to complete. So yeah, let's just quickly catch a chicken over here and I'm gonna take it back to May's place. It looks like I'm carrying the chicken as a weapon. So yeah, I just want to place it here in the coop. And then we should be able to actually get some eggs. Assign. And you see, this is also, it shouldn't say chicken pork. It should say, it actually should say eggs, I think. Chicken pork. That's very strange. Chicken meat. Okay, there we go. Alright, and there we've got some pork meat. Okay, this is a little bit of an odd setting. But yeah, I don't know really like how that system works. I just know that you've got to do, once you've got a pig assigned, then you've got to hold in the E key and then you get a meat. So yeah, it's a bit strange, but it's okay. We've got now our meat and we've got the egg. We've got our fishing rod, which I'm gonna use now just to catch us one little fishy. And we can use that for the offering. And then from there we can get ourselves a shrine that we can also utilize within our town. Now we've got a lot of fish over here, as you can see. But let's head out to where the shrine is. I want to see if I can get some other resources over here. I know we get the anise and we get something else. I can't remember what it was. The sesame seed. Yeah, that's it. So we've got the sesame seed and we've got the anise. There we go. So I'm gonna just grab a whole bunch of this. I think there is a few recipes, or a recipe that uses this. So I'm gonna just go ahead and grab whatever I can. And let's just head quickly up to where the shrine is, and then we can just get our reward. Okay, cool. We've got the feathers now. Let's just see here. What do we need to do now? Return to the monk. Okay, let's do that. Phoenix Flame. So we're gonna get a special buff for our character. The Phoenix Flame. I'm gonna go check it out now, what the benefit is.
You walk with purpose, my friend. How can I aid you? Have you been blessed by the Fengwang? Joyous news indeed. This will surely lift the spirits of the people.
Okay, great. So we've got the shrine and then we've also got a new perk. So let's just check this out. Here it is. Phoenix's Flame. Increases maximum nourishment by 10%. Okay, that's quite handy. So that will keep us or keep us from getting hungry and thirsty. Right, and just want to see, I've got 2 skills available that I can unlock here. Now what I think I want to do is I'm going to maybe select this one. This will just keep us cooler for longer. Maximum meat yield. Yeah, you know what, we need to maybe do this because we're not getting a lot of meat from the pork and the chicken. So I'm gonna just do that. Just select that one. And that's good to go. Now with the stone blocks, I mean, I don't really know how we're going to transport all of these stone blocks and clay bricks. We'll have to produce it here, obviously. I mean, I can't see any other way for us to bring it across. I wish we had better hammers and tools. Quite frankly, let's see here. Okay, there's only 5 stone blocks here. We've got some extra stone blocks over here. I just want to see. Because we need to complete this tower, but we need all those extra stone blocks. Guys, 1 stone block. Let's just check this out. Yeah, I'm trying to think now, like, so you've got to manually carry all these stone blocks up. Like, I can't see where else you're going to get the stone blocks. I'll have to figure this one out.
The garrison commander will be pleased to see our plan for the secret tunnel come to fruition.
So, is that really what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to carry the stone blocks manually. That's pretty wild. There must be an easier way. Surely there must be an easier way. Because, I mean, I've got to now drop these stone blocks. And I need mortar. Well, I'm gonna drop these just here. I think. Let's just quickly head back to our base. I just want to see, like, I'm not really sure what is required to craft the stone blocks. I just have to have a quick look there. So with the village management, let's see, stonemason's workshop, stone blocks. What is required for the stone blocks? I'm just gonna grab a whole bunch of mortar also here from the caravan. Because I think we need a combination of stone and mortar to get our stone blocks. I think so. So there's mortar, there's the stone. Let's just check this out. Oh, we need 300 stone. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. So this has to go towards this side. Ah, there we go. Okay, so here we can do the stone blocks. Okay, so it's just plain stone that you need. Alrighty, now. Like the whole stack. Okay, that's 30 stone blocks. Okay, let's see. So that's 30, right? I just want to see if there's a way that I can just carry that whole chunk one time. Because that would make sense. Otherwise it would take forever to complete this. Yeah, so here's 30. I'm gonna just take this up. Okay, well, if we can do 30 at a time, that's fine. I'm happy with that. That will make the mission so much quicker. Okay, that actually makes sense. Right, now we have to place it one by one from here. Okay, yeah, I was really struggling in my mind, like I couldn't think how I had to bring these blocks up here. I suppose I need to go up here to place the rest of the blocks. Oh, we need sand. Have I still got? Yeah, I've still got a decent amount of sand. And we've got a shovel here, I believe. Yeah, here we go. Right, so we've got to just fill this up with sand. There we go, and then we can go on to the next layer. Yeah, this is gonna really take some time. You can see there that we're 9% only now. So I'm probably gonna just do most of this off screen. Or rather, I'm gonna just gather all the resources at least off screen and just bring it up here, and that will just make this whole project so much quicker. And if I set up some scaffolding here close by, I think that's gonna also help. And we're probably gonna have to do that 3 or 4 levels of scaffolding in order to do this job. I want to see if I can actually complete the beacon tower. It's a pretty massive undertaking. But yeah, I'm gonna just try and see how far I can come. So I've got a whole bunch of resources already in place. We do have enough stone blocks, although it shows that we're too short. I know there's stone blocks at the actual construction site that's laying loose there, which we can utilize. I've got to craft some clay bricks, so that I've got to do, and then also I need to get roof tiles. So we're gonna get that going. Let's just first get some sand. I think I literally just need 1 sand, but I'm gonna just harvest a pile over here, and we can just stash all of that in the caravan. So it's something that I missed within the previous episode. I didn't realize my caravan was standing like right there by the construction site, so thank you guys for just pointing that out. So I'm gonna just load it up here, and then we should be almost ready to go. So let's see, a sand, we're gonna transfer that over, and I want the bamboo obviously for the scaffolding. Now I've got a whole bunch of rice over here. The rice I'm going to use to prepare some extra mortar, and I've got the clay. So we're gonna have to do some clay bricks over here. I think we're gonna have to do it over here, right? So where do I place the clay bricks actually? I've got to put clay in here. Brick table. Okay, there we go. So we make the bricks here and then we've got to put it in the furnace, I suppose. Yeah, I think this is the way it should be done. Place. There we go. Okay, right. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take, but yeah, let's just get this going. I think I'm doing it right. Let's just see. Is there some sort of stash here? Oh, here we go. Okay, right. So this is where all the bricks are. Let's see how many we need. We need 268. Okay, so we're gonna need another batch. Let's just put it in there. Now I also need roof tiles. Let's just check this out. Oh, this is for the roof tiles. Okay, cool. I just assumed it was on this side, but I assumed right. Okay, let's put this in. Okay, currently we've got 180. Take the whole stack. Yeah, we're gonna have to just transport them one by one. Okay, there we go. That's for the clay. Got the roof tiles over here, so we've got 30. How many do we need? 9 only. Okay, well, we can just take the whole stash. Why not? Shame these poor oxen, they're gonna carry such a heavy load. Oh, we've got quite a few pieces left to do. Let's see. I also need additional plain planks, so I just need to sort that out as well before we head out to the beacon tower. There we go. Okay, so I think we're going to need to do another 2 blocks of these clay bricks. I just want to see how many. We don't have a lot of clay left. Okay, well, I'm gonna just have to harvest some extra clay. It's not too far from here, so I'm just eating like random pieces of radish if I do get hungry. Alright, so I'm not quite sure how much clay we're going to need, but let's maybe just dig up 3 piles. I think that should get us going. Now, I could be wrong, but I think once we've got the beacon tower built, it should unlock a new territory for us. So that's kind of my intention. Okay, I don't have much wood. We're gonna need some extra wood to do those plain planks. So let's just chop down a tree or 2. Do another one. Yeah, I think once I've got this one done, I think we should have enough wood. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. I think I just need to do 2 more batches of clay. So I'm gonna just quickly do that. Just pop it in there. Another one. Okay, we've got to just wait for these to bake. Is there still a fire? No. Alright, there's the last batch, and I think we should be good to go. Yeah, okay, there's one more. And then we can head off. This guy doesn't really look like he wants to work. Either that or he doesn't have work. Let's see how many plain planks we've got in here now. Only 15. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need a lot more than that. So let's see. Plain plank. I can't remember how much I need additionally, but I'm gonna just do like a whole big batch. We still require a little bit of extra mortar, so I want to head back up to June's house. We've got the open furnace there. And I've got some rice. We need something else. I can't remember what else we needed with the rice to make the mortar, but I'm going to head up there and just do the last bit of mortar. Right, let's just stash this also in the caravan. There we go. Okay, let's see how much have we got. Oh, we still need... Oh, not a lot more. I can maybe do another 3 batches. Right, and then we just need that mortar. And then we can head out to the beacon tower and we can actually start constructing that. So let's see, plain planks. Yeah. If we do those 3 batches, that should be fine. Then we've got enough. Okay, so let's just drop this in and let's just see if we've got enough now. Yeah, so everything seems to be in place. It's just the mortar. So let's go to June's house and let's just do that last bit of mortar. Right, so we need... let me just see here. Lime coal. Okay, we've got lime. Let's do maybe 2 batches of lime. Rice. Alrighty. We're gonna heat that up. Not enough resources. Okay, what do we need? What do we need? Ah, there we go. Okay, so we just need to heat that up. And there we go. So we only need 2 batches of this, and then we'll have enough mortar. There's 1 and 2. Let's check this out. Okay, we are good to go. So I'm gonna head out. I want to just maybe grab some water before I head out. And let's just also grab something to eat here. I'm just picking here on this little radish. Or rather, a huge radish. Alrighty. Actually, yeah. Can I go? No, I have to go there. Okay, cool. Right, so I know there's a lot of pieces that we need to assemble the beacon tower. I'm not quite sure how long this is going to take. But I think I've got everything now that I need to just finish that up. Now there's 2 or 3 stone blocks still laying on this side. So I'm going to use this. There we go. Thinking about it, I should have upgraded my skill to carry more of these stone blocks. Because yeah, this is now kind of a mission to carry these ones around. I'm just going to drop it over there. So we need the scaffolding now to get up here. I left the bamboo in the caravan. So let's just check this out. Here we go. Right. I'm gonna place the scaffolding right up against this building. There we go. Okay, right. Thank you guys so much for helping me just to get this done. I felt so stupid with this. Alright. Okay, I just need to collect the sand there from the caravan. Like to take a shortcut, yeah. Oh my goodness. Alright, so now from here we can start with the stone blocks again. I should be able to do this from the ground. Let me just see. Yeah, okay, this is much easier. There we go. Let's just grab a whole bunch here, and then I'm gonna drop it on this side. Okay, this will just make it a whole lot easier. Let's just see, maybe I can upgrade my skill to carry more of these blocks. Okay, not yet. You would have expected one of these guys to at least give me a hand. Gee whiz. This is a whole lot of work I've got to do by myself. Okay, then we've got another layer of sand, of course. And I think this is probably going to go up to there, I'm guessing, to build this foundation. Alrighty, now I'm not going to have a choice. I'm going to have to go up here to place these blocks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from this side. I think it's going to just be much better for me to do it like this. It goes relatively quick, I must say. Just laying down all of these blocks. Now, of all the monuments apparently that we get within the game, this is the smallest one. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, it's the first one, so it should be the easiest one to complete. Okay, I think we need 2 more blocks for this level. And then I'm probably going to have to raise the scaffolding another level up. Let me just move this way. Alrighty. Yeah, there's another foundation that we've got to lay down. So I'm going to just quickly head down here and we can place ourselves another scaffolding. Come on. Work with me. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Alright, so let's just quickly go to lay down the next layer of sand. I'll have to go up here. Okay. Right, and I suppose I can also come up from this side. Got the scaffolding on that side. Now, I've got to tread carefully. I know that you do get fall damage. And you can't actually fall too high. Otherwise you get severe damage. Oh, I don't know if this is necessary. Let's just leave this here for now. Got quite a few blocks left here. 16. Oh my word, this foundation is really very tall. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got to do the clay bricks now. Ooh, that's a close one. So we're actually starting with the clay bricks now. Okay. Well, let's put this back. I'm going to take the clay bricks out. No, I want a whole stack. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to the scaffolding on the opposite side, and I'm going to place these bricks on top of the scaffolding. I think that's going to just make my job so much easier. So let's just head up here, and we're going to just place this right on the top. Yeah, let's go up another level. Yeah, this is going to work better. Now we also need to place our cranes look like it. I'm going to have to head back to my village just to craft those cranes. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it's not too high. And I've got my mortar also with me. I suppose I can jump across like this. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we probably need another 3 or 4. Let's see if I can grab it from here. There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit easier. Okay, one more. Right, another layer of sand. And another layer of clay bricks. I think I did actually upgrade my skill to carry more clay bricks. Okay, so once again some more sand. More sand. And now the plain planks. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to... Ooh, it's very steep down here. So we're gonna take the long route. I'm gonna go just fetch the plain planks. You really don't want to fall here. See, I'm only 19% done with the structure. That's crazy. Okay, so plain planks. Yeah. Don't know how much of that I need. I've got 2 or 3 hammers with me. Okay, I can actually use that ladder. Okay, I didn't know. Oh, this looks very cool. You know, it looks like a massive structure, but if you really think about it, look at the surface space. It's not really that big, but it's so much work just to cover this small surface. Right, okay, and we're back onto the stone blocks. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think it's safe to say I can bring the stone blocks up here as well. Now, I'm not sure if I'm able to carry a whole bunch of these stone blocks up the ladder. I'm not sure if they will allow me. Locked, okay. Yeah, I kind of thought so. So we're gonna have to take the long route around. Which is fine. Well, I think the further up we go, the quicker it's going to go to be to assemble all of these parts. I think so, at least. Right, so we can drop this. I feel that's kind of a waste of planks, you know, to place this under the stone blocks. But at least the structure's not going anywhere. And we need another 2. That's the last 2. Perfect. And we're going to carry on with the clay bricks. Not enough mortar. Okay. We do have our mortar in the caravan. Plenty of it still left. You know, it would have been cool to actually see the other workers also just jump in. Even if it's just like an animation where they work. They don't have to physically do the work. But yeah, I think it would have been cool to see them kind of like pretend as if they're helping. Right, so the tower is taking up shape very nicely. And I think I was wrong about what I said. The higher up you go, the quicker it's gonna go. You can see the pieces are getting smaller the further up you go. So it still uses the same amount of pieces, but just smaller pieces at a time. You know, this is really high. I mean, if you're not good with heights, this will kind of freak you out, but I think it must be such an amazing thing to physically be here and to overlook all of these mountain ranges all around you. It looks really amazing. And somebody did recommend that I go visit China. They say it's really amazing. All the places you can see. Okay, I'm gonna have to go fetch another block of these clay bricks. And we're gonna have to do the long way around again. Okay, but this is looking good. We are going to use those stones for something else. I'm not really sure what. But I know I had just enough stone to complete this tower. So somewhere along the line, we're going to use more of that stone. Alrighty. Let's get into it. Oh, we've got like these little arches. I suppose this is like the base of the tower. Or the first level. Got another 2. 1, 2. Okay, what's next? Okay, more clay. Yeah, you see the pieces get really small as you go further up. But in some way it does go a little bit quicker. I'm thinking I should be getting really a lot of skill or experience points just by completing this. And then I can upgrade some of my skills again. Let's check it out. Yeah, 1200 experience. That's really good. That should let us level up. Some more plain planks. I think I've got enough in my inventory. We're already halfway. And then once again some more clay bricks. We'll have to go fetch some more at the caravan. At least I'm not over encumbered anymore. We're gonna have to do 3 more trips getting these clay bricks. But at the rate that it's going, I'm gonna have to do another level of scaffolding here at the top. I'm thinking so. It's almost getting out of reach now. Okay, we've got another 2 blocks, I think. That's it. Okay, and then on top of that layer, okay, so this is where we're going to need, I think, another scaffolding, right? Can I place it here? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna just drop it down like this. I think this should be fine. Now this is really freaky. Like, I'm glad I wouldn't have to do that myself. Okay, we've got to tread very carefully here. Last piece. Right, so from here we're going to require the logs, 6 logs. Okay, so I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to... I think I'm going to have to go the long way around again. Now, unfortunately, I can only carry 4 logs at a time. Let's see if I can go up here. Locked. Oh, man. Okay, but I can run with the logs, so that's a good thing. Okay, I know these are the only logs that we require for the structure, so... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's just get the last 2. Here we are, 1, 2. Right, so the next step, we need the wedges. I'm not sure if I've got a wedges in my inventory. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Okay, the raw beams are in the caravan. Let's just see how many we need of that, of the raw beams. Okay, so we only require another 22 raw beams. I think that's it. Let's see here. Raw beams. Let's take maybe half of that. Yeah. Right, so we're back onto the clay bricks. That's looking really nice at this stage. Plain plank. Okay, cool. We've got plenty of that in the inventory. You might think they don't have enough windows in here. What's next? Plain planks. More plain planks. Oh, okay, so this is for the second floor, of course. Right. Okay, so this is where the next layer of clay bricks is going to come in. I'm definitely going to bring those bricks up here, just to make my job so much easier. Stone block. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know, how many stone blocks do we require for this? Not really sure. Just move this out of the way. Ooh, we're gonna actually require quite a bit. So I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna take another big block, or a big chunk of these stone blocks. Well, this is basically it. 16. I think we require 16. I think that's exactly the amount that we need. So we're going to just go up around this way again. Let's just drop it here. And then I suppose it's gonna go get covered with another layer of plain planks. Let's just take this up. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly the amount that we needed. Okay, perfect. So we're done with the stone now. And now it's just basically for the rest of the clay. Oh, my guy's getting thirsty now. I'm gonna have to head back just to get a drink. We're so close to being done. Alrighty, let's just grab a quick bite over here. Only got one radish left. Right, but I'm gonna send him back home quickly, and just so that he can eat, and then from there we're gonna carry on. Alrighty, so my guy's all freshened up, so we can continue working here. Just to get this tower done. We're now at 80%. Looks like we're much further. Getting close. So we've got some more. Okay, this is also for the clay bricks. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's like a little outpost, or like a, I don't know, like a little shelter at the top. Okay, so I'm gonna just run around. We've got one more batch of clay bricks that we need to go fetch. And then we're pretty much done with the clay bricks. Alright, so let's just do the last bit of clay bricks. Another 2, I believe. Okay, so there's a few pieces. Another 6. Yeah, at the top. Oh, we're missing mortar. Oop. Let me just go and fetch that as well. At least I can come back around this way with the mortar. Here we go. I know we've got just enough mortar to fulfill this quest. Right, let's get this done. Another 3. 1, 2, 3. And another 2, I think. Alright, so from here we're going to require the wood again. Plain beams, that's also in the storage. Only got 4% left. We're really getting there. Very close. Plain beams. There we go. Don't think we need more raw beams. I think we are so close. Roof tile. Have we got... Oh, we need to collect the roof tiles there at the bottom. So what do we need to... Oh, we actually just need to place the roof tiles by hand. Let me just quickly go fetch that as well, so we're gonna have to take the long route again. But this will be the last pieces of the puzzle. So I've got my roof tiles. Let's see if we can finish this off. 1, 2, 3. I think we only need another 3 on this side. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. 5, 6. So there's probably those other 2 tips I still need. There we go. Come on. White roof tiles. Oh, I took the bricks. %. Oh, is this done? Are we done? What's still needed? Yeah. It shows 100%. Oh, they're right at the top. Oh my goodness. Does it also need a tile? Yes. We literally have 1 more tile left. This should be it, right? And we are done. That looks so cool. So that is a massive milestone for us. And we should be able to open a new territory now. Okay, so June just appeared here by the tower, so let's see what he says.
When word reached us the beacon tower was nearing completion, I practically leapt onto my wagon, much to my granddaughter's dismay. But despite May's protestations, I had to see the tower with my own eyes. I could not dissuade May from accompanying me. To this day, she insists she has never since seen an old man move with such haste. After all those years of enduring the sight of its abandoned foundations, I finally beheld the beacon tower in all its auspicious glory. In that brief moment, the winter in my heart gave way to a gentle spring breeze. When I glanced at May, as she gazed up at the tower, her suspicions about you entirely vanished. His Imperial Majesty's inspectors were truly impressed with your work. The Emperor himself had summoned you by name to begin the construction of the frontier fortress in Jiayu Pass, in the distant desert plains to the west. I knew this was an undertaking you would gladly accept. I had almost given up hope on the beacon tower. Seeing the naked foundations left forgotten for so long, You cannot imagine the joy that fills my heart to see the tower stand so tall and proud now.
Could not have accomplished this. Oh, I think there's a spelling mistake with other foundations you gave me.
You are too modest. After all, it is you the Emperor has summoned to journey to Jiayu Pass and complete the construction of the frontier fortress.
Joining you is naturally out of the question.
It was difficult enough convincing May to come here and see the tower ourselves.
Okay.
I only ask you keep one thing in mind. The fragrance of a plum blossom comes from enduring the bitter cold.
Be well, my friend. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is it. I think this is also going to be the end for me for the series that I'm going to do. I will continue playing again once we got some more major updates with Chinese Frontiers. But yeah, I think I've pretty much accomplished what I wanted to. Now, if you did enjoy this and you are new to my channel, please remember to subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
In a game of adventure and strategy, we make our mark. That's the game of